to continue winning. In this group, everyone's losing to each other.
We're about to kick off and will be kicking off then in our second match of the day. It's going to be Young kicking from left to right in the white strip, and Emre from right to left in the blue. The kit of Team Hullet, of course. But they joined up with Team Liquid for the Esports World Cup. And the bigger picture is Team Liquid are the closest team in terms of points to Team Falcons, by the way. So maybe a little bit of extra pressure on the shoulder of EmreYilmaz.
I can't wait till tomorrow to see some keys get crushed.
It's honestly one of the best parts of the Esports World Cup, is just seeing someone's hopes and dreams getting crushed in front of them. Can you do it?
Yeah.
I'm sure if you ask nicely, someone will probably say yes. Havertz intercepts that one, and now Emre has to try and defend and stop Young from being able to launch a counter-attack here. But speaking of launch, it's a big over-the-top through ball, but can't quite get the finesse he was looking for.
I feel like there were an extra pass there. He went for the finesse with Haaland. It has proven to be extremely successful, but I would have liked to see an extra pass over to the secondary attacker.
What a shot that is, and it's a good effort. Time green. Courtois saves, but still danger from the corner, and that's why. And perhaps one of the main reasons why Young has found so much success. He has been brutal from those corners.
I don't know if you can see that again. The goalkeeper gets blocked off on the way through by, I'm not too sure who that is, number 11.
Was that R9?
Yeah, I think it could be. He didn't allow him to come and collect the ball, so he had to go into that diving animation instead, and Haaland was always favourite to it. Watch how this ball comes in. R9 gets in his way and doesn't let him come and collect it. That's one of those goals that, look, Emre is extremely well-versed. He's been there, he's done it, he's lifted major trophies in his time. A player of a lesser mentality, that will be the sort of thing that tilts you. That will be the sort of thing that, you know what? I feel a bit hard done by there, and it could throw you off your game.
Just one of those, that one of the benefits of taking those corners quickly as well, not giving your opponent the chance to move players into certain positions. As now Emre has a chance to respond. Haaland through on goal, but Petr saves. But now a corner of his own. Maybe he can reply with one here, but no, Konate does the job, and Havertz will retrieve.
Young defensively gave him a little bit too much room there. Just allowed Emre to walk inside the box, and I'm really surprised he didn't shoot across the goalkeeper. I think he probably expected a little bit of goalkeeper movement over to that side, leaving the near post open, hence why he shot there, but I would have liked to see him strive across.
Mbappe can't get past Konate.
What a player.
Otherwise, it was looking pretty dangerous there.
I love me some of that. Ibrahim Konate.
What a player indeed. Hosselut playing it right back. Just plays one through here to Kylian Mbappe. Just turns back on himself, waiting for a little bit more support from the rest of the team. Saka just dancing, dribbling, goes for a shot, but it's pretty tame in the end. I got overly excited.
You like to see Saka involved?
I love seeing Saka involved. Why wouldn't you? One of the best players to grace the Premier League.
Ever?
One day we may say that.
Question, not a statement.
One day he may say that. Haaland just sends his one back to Stones, and Emre looking to just try and control the game a little bit. Slowing that pace down, waiting for the right space to appear, and it certainly has appeared for Hosselut here. But this is good defensive work. I mean, Young has forced Emre into a mistake there.
Speaking of mistakes, here, there, and everywhere at the moment.
Both players just trying to play some fast tiki-taka football.
They're both pressing so quickly as well.
So aggressively, and
yeah,
they're finding success from it. It's very difficult when you are being pressed in that way. As you can see, just so many bodies.
There are no times running out in the tournament as well. Young will know what a win does for him. Emre will know that a win is absolute priority.
Ronaldo here now could just strike this one if he wanted to, and he will, off the post, but second chance does fall to Young. It might be a little bit fortunate but some may say that the Ronaldo goal maybe could have gone in. All that matters is he has a 2-0 lead here.
Emre could be on his way out.
It's certainly warning signs for EmreYilmaz. For a player who has been there, done that, and has as much accolades as you could want as a player in FC.
The one thing that you associate with Emre over the course of his career is consistency. When you look through the history books, top 4 FC Pro Open, top 4 going back to sort of E-Champions League, last year in Saudi, a good performance. He was second at the EWC, top 8 FC Pro World Championships. He has been everywhere and always gets through the groups. He always goes far.
Oh dear.
It's just not falling for him.
That was almost a ticket back into the game for him. But he just hasn't been able to find that form that you speak of. All that history, all those accolades, all of those placements. But he looks second best to Young here right now, and Young has a chance to move forward yet again. Mbappe into Ronaldo. This time, though, Virgil van Dijk denies Ronaldo the chance to strike, because we saw how dangerous it was before. He's also going to be pulled back. And boy, does EmreYilmaz need a goal here. Over the top to try and find Haaland, but it's just not good enough.
The 2 previous meetings, a 4-3 and a 7-3 victory for the Brazilian. It's looking to be comprehensive once again.
Slowly twisting and turning at the moment, trying to find something, but it's good defensive work from EmreYilmaz. Just needs to try and slow Young down a little bit here. Not allow him to take a 3-goal lead and really command this game and take charge as now CR7. Back to Mbappe. Hullet could strike if he wanted to from here, but no, tries to find the pass, does get a second chance. De Bruyne. Again, he could hit it as well. Everyone could hit it, but Mbappe's the one who eventually does. Courtois saves, but again, it's corner time. It's Haaland time. It's 3-0 time for Young. And he lets the crowd know EmreYilmaz is on the ropes here.
If he's on the ropes, the referee's probably looking at jumping in and staving him, because he is simply not at the races. Again, the pace and the speed in which he sends that corner into the box, it doesn't allow. Look, we know corner goal. I can see you in the chat already. It's a corner goal, we get that. But it's more about the importance of that goal. It's 3-0 in 30 minutes. As another Team Hullet and Team Liquid player has to get a performance and has to get something cooking. Levy 1-0 up from the spot. That's a huge game as well.
That's a huge game for the implications of the bottom of the table. Webb Nasri 6 points at the moment. Levy David 3 points at the moment. Remember speaking about where that cutoff might be, as Jafonzo also 1-0 up against Johnny. And I think a win there would probably secure Jafonzo with a spot into the knockouts as well, with how he's been playing.
Would leave Johnny bottom as well.
Would leave Johnny searching for something else in his remaining 2 games. As now Emre also searching for something, but I think maybe it's a little bit too ambitious there. We've seen him go in, and actually Emre did score one in the last game. Is look at that ball. That is unbelievable from Young. Havertz plays him back, but maybe that was a little bit too ambitious as well.
Emre's last 2 games, his teammate in Levy David, and he plays the hometown hero Abu Maka. Speaking of Abu Maka, he finds himself 1-0 up against Footwiz's own Mark 11.
Emre needs something here. He needs a little lifeline to get back into this game. Oh my goodness. It's a great attempt.
That's what you got to try. That's what you got to try.
Is the corner, and Haaland's there, and Haaland will put it away. And Young can't be too angry about it because he's had a couple of his own. No reaction though from EmreYilmaz. He knows There's still a big job to do here.
And it's a reward for taking the shot.
Yeah.
You know how good corners are. Maybe Emre tries a little bit more of it. Playing for some set plays, playing for a corner here and there. I've seen him hit that power shot a lot in the past. Haaland green timed as well, just for added efficiency. Is that moment just something for Emre to put himself back into this game? And also to just de-settle Young.
Levi David versus Webb Nasri. As we mentioned, big game, very important game. And Levi David had a 1-0 lead, doubles the lead to make the bottom of the table very, very interesting. But that is also bad news for Johnny, who's currently behind.
It's been a lot of people on 6 points. He's not only behind by 1, it's 3. Jafonso has been the highlight of this group, I've got to say. We've not had the chance to watch him, I don't think, on the main stage yet.
We have not. I mean, the only loss Jafonso actually had so far was against Young. Both of these guys are going to be top of the table on 12 points. As now Haaland, it's acrobatic. And he just seems to always be there, does Erling Haaland, as Young takes a 4-1 lead.
It's the perfect way to get the ball out wide, and then it's how quick can you get it back into the box when Haaland peels away. As soon as it's put into that area, you know he's going to score. Havertz one touch and then whipped straight into the box. Haaland pulls away. Acrobatic finish, similar to what he does in real life, really. I think
genuinely.
That goal against Dortmund in the Champions League.
Yep. Well, just when we thought that maybe Emre had his ticket back into the game, maybe something to grab onto, but it might go from bad to worse here if you play it right. Good footwork to keep the ball, to keep possession. Can't quite get it to your right winger, though. There is still going to be a chance for one more attack, though, for Young. Definitely an opportunity for 5-1 here. Haaland not in the box this time, so instead just plays it short to him. Somehow still has it. Mbappe will try and hit it, but Courtois easily collects it, and it is 4-1 to Young at half-time as he looks to continue to be at the top of this table here in Group A.
Got a bit of an outrageous statement.
Well, you wouldn't be Richard Buckley if you didn't have outrageous statements. Hit me with it.
I think Young's playing well, but I don't actually think he's playing outrageously good. Emre is playing really poor. And I'm sure, I don't know if you can hear us on the main stage. If you can, Emre, I'm sorry, but you had to hear it. He's not playing well. Hence his position in this group. His efficiency in possession of the ball has been lackluster. He's passed the ball out of play at least twice.
I mean, a loss here would have EmreYilmaz still on 3 points. He would be at the bottom of the table with Johnny, behind the likes of his teammate Levi David on 6 points, Webb Nasri on 6 points. And if it were to end there, he would be out of this competition. Does still have 2 matches remaining.
6 left to play.
So he could still end on 9 points, but...
You've got 3 teams already on 9. 3 players already on 9. Jafonso, Mark and Young. Young will go to 12. Jafonso will go to 12. 9 might be the cut-off.
That was the number that Ryan was thinking yesterday. If you get 9, you should be safe. As now Young can maybe try and find another one here. It's a good attempt. He's going to get a second chance, maybe a third chance, but has just done enough as Courtois.
He's also not getting any sort of nice bounce whatsoever, Emre.
Yeah.
As Levy goes into half-time, 2-1 up against Webb Nasri.
I mean, that's a must-win game for Levi David as well. Here's a chance now for Emre, but it's a good save from Petr Cech. We'll get another opportunity, this time surely. I mean, you mentioned it, Richard, he is just not getting the rub of the green here.
And it's so deflating when you create chances and you feel like you're playing well. That's going to be a beautiful switch.
Oh my goodness. Young has him on strings at the moment. Mbappe can't get the extra pass though, so at least Emre will hold on for now. Still at a 3-goal deficit to try and come back from.
Just saw that one flash up. Abu Maka, Mark 11 drawing at the moment, 1 apiece. Mark was to win that game, that puts him on to 12. Puts Abu Maka on to 9.
Ball given away here. A chance for Emre to get his way back into the game. And again, he's trying these long distance shots as half-time, 3-1 to Jafonzo. So Johnny's got one back. Maybe there's still hope for Johnny just yet. Another big switch of the play here from Young. Mbappe. Can he find the extra pass? Yes, he can. Havertz. Is Haaland in the box? Yes, he is at the moment, but instead just plays it back and forth to CR7. Saka maybe can rescue, but no. And Emre is holding on here.
He is. The next goal has to fall Emre's way. What Young's doing a lot of those switch of plays, he's player locking onto someone else, but then allowing the ball to come to him. So Emre has to sort of anticipate a player lock.
What a ball and what a goal that is! Game over, surely. Yeah. CR7 slots it home. And Young now has a 4-goal lead here.
The player locks that I was just speaking of, it all worked perfectly. And the one word just to describe this performance is confidence. He can smell that Emre is not at the races. It was left in the paddock, and Young is galloping towards 12 points.
And 12 points at this point would guarantee you at least getting through to the resurrection stage, because we know that, because Johnny will be down on 3 points potentially here. Emre will be down on 3 points. So you cannot be caught by those players with only 6 remaining. So not only is this a 5-1 win that potentially sends you towards knockouts, but it guarantees you staying alive in the competition. As elsewhere has been another goal. And this is going to be an interesting one. It's Footwear's mark slamming one home. No, sorry, it was Abu Maka slamming one home, excuse me, to take the lead 2-1 there, as now Hullet tries to find a goal for Emre. Ronaldo, surely the 3rd chance, and there is still maybe the smallest of lifeline here for Emre.
Finally, the ball bounces for him. How many times does Czech want to get in the way, or a defender, or the post? Emre with one back. 3 goals in 30 minutes, 9-minute halves. It's doable as we go into a pause, but certainly unlikely. When we're talking about the group, when we're talking about the standings, you're saying 9 pretty much guarantees you are through at the moment. As you see Emre's goal here, if he did just miss it. The way that the fixtures are sort of shaping up, there's a good chance that you'll be playing against the players for top, with Abu Maka taking on Jafonzo coming up. You've got Mark 11 who's going to be taking on Web Nasri in the last game of today, in which he would favour himself. Mark could finish top of this group.
There's a lot of positional changes that are going to happen over the next couple of games. As maybe...
This game's not done yet.
Just maybe there's still life in that game. It was 3-0 at one point in favour of Jafonzo, but now Johnny back into it, 3-2. Back to our feature match, though. Young with a 5-2 lead. And at 5-1, it looked like this one was done and dusted, but with that goal, there is still just about as much time for Emre to get back into this one.
Go on it.
Corners are dangerous. CR7's there. He's waiting, but Hullet beats him to it. Somehow that's not a free kick.
No referee.
Neymar's now on the pitch. Saka.
He's trying to go wide, but there's no real options there at the moment.
You can see him triggering the runs on the left, but instead plays it down the middle. 1-2's available. Holds onto it with Neymar, though, but just runs into Stones, and Stones has been solid so far today.
You've also got to commend the defending there from Young. He didn't bite. He held his line. He held his position. And in the end, Emre just had to try and do something. He had to try and create something on his own rather than waiting for a player to move off the ball for him.
Well, that one will be a free kick and a chance to pause, and it's time to throw everything in the kitchen sink forward here for EmreYilmaz. You need to be making sure that you commit everything towards this. No draws, so you've just got to try and play for the win. And whilst, yes, goal difference could come into the equation when those tiebreakers start to be added on. There's another goal, and hold on a second, timed red. Web Nasri's just found his way back into the game, 2-2.
Could there be a situation in which I think goal difference could play a factor in this? When you look down toward the bottom of the table for that 6th spot?
I mean, it definitely could. Tiebreakers are as follows. The amount of points in games among tied players is the initial tiebreaker, of course. And then the goal difference is second after that. And I don't know if, you know, I'm saying you want to throw everything forward, you want to commit to try and get back into this game, but the same thought...
Is there the thought of,
I just need to lose by the least amount of goals possible here so my goal difference isn't as bad.
and I'm about to play the player next in my teammate of Levy, in which that could be the big elimination game.
Chance to finish the game off. There is no question now, as Young makes it 6. And all credit to this man, because he has been the player so far in this group. Him and Jafonzo have been unbelievable so far.
A great comeback from Young as well. He lost last round versus Webb. He just suffered a defeat, and he looks unfazed. When you talk about Johnny, who suffered a defeat, first game yesterday, he looked flustered, he looked unhappy with that. Young shaking it off, and he's strutting his stuff on the main stage right now.
And what's strange here for Emre is there might be part of him that's hoping that Levy David loses to Webb Nasri.
Yeah, let's keep it on 3-3.
To give him more of a chance to be able to get through to that resurrection stage. Because if Levy were to go on to 6, suddenly Emre is struggling.
How crazy would it be if it was both Team Liquid players who ended up getting eliminated?
I mean, that would not have been on anyone's bingo card, that's for sure, as Neymar dances around the defence. But Emre will hold on.
Half of our predictions down the drain, wouldn't it?
I mean, I went for Levy David.
Yep.
And I thought I was good after his first match.
Bless you. I did not go for Levy David. I went for an Argentine.
You went for Bonanno, and I mean, it looks like a pretty good pick after yesterday's performance from him. We didn't really see him on the main stream. Just quietly went about his business. Well, this game is pretty much done at this point. Unless Emre were to find a goal right here, right now, and then play absolutely flawlessly, and okay, well...
Speak it into existence.
There's the goal right here, right now. 12 minutes left. I've seen stranger things happen. But 3 back-to-back, I mean, it's still a stretch, right?
It would have to be a capitulation from Young. And EmreYilmaz would have to play some of the best FC we've seen here at the Esports World Cup. Headsets off from Emre. 12 minutes, 3 goals.
This could be big. Abu Maka versus Mark. And it is going to be Abu Maka taking a 3-2 lead, which again puts him on a points total that may just secure him in at least the resurrection stage. But trying to predict who's going to be coming out here and directly into the knockouts is very difficult. You'd like to think it'll be Young, it'll be Jafonzo with how they played so far. But still with 6 points available after this one, anything could happen.
Yeah, it certainly could.
And this could be the final nail in the coffin. Plays the 1 extra ball.
This game's not done yet.
9 minutes, 3 goals. Maybe something from Emre. A goal here would change everything. Suddenly the nerves might start to kick in a little bit of the what if.
Oh.
I tried to will it again.
It's a good step from Saliba. Where was this Emre for the first 80? That's the question.
Just arriving to the party a little bit too late. And of course, as you push, it leaves things open at the back. Hullet, though, is brought down, and it is a great challenge, but Neymar's recovered it as Emre is just desperately throwing everything now to try and retrieve this ball. But as the time kicks on and ticks on, there's just not enough time now for Emre. It was hopeful from us to believe that maybe there was a chance, but now it's just a matter of holding this ball in the corner.
Maybe more hope than reality.
Hits it.
In the commentary booth.
Hits it.
Now. Oh.
See, now, this is just a professional way of playing the game, right? Hold on to that ball. You know that you're denying your opponent any chance of attack, any chance of that
But where's the
magical moment. But where's the flair? Where's the showman? Where's the, I want to put on a display for the crowd here, as
There
maybe
it
that's
is.
one, as Young will react towards the crowd as well. Pump them up, pump himself up.
And we get a trophy as well.
Job done.
What a day.
Ta-ting.
La Cricketer finish.
That goes down as a no-go in my books.
Yeah. And who else? Kanate. What a player.
So I'm eager to get an update soon from Web Nasri. Oh my, wait. No, it's not.
Here you go.
It is. It
what
is.
did you want?
You say it, and it comes, and it is Levy David who makes it 3-2 against Web Nasri. That was the update I wanted, because that puts Levy David up onto 6. Web Nasri stays at 6. Emre will be at 3 points, as Young now looking to rub some salt in the wounds here with Erling Haaland. There's the flare, but no finish.
Johnny will be on 3 as well. That was 3-2 the last time we saw it.
Big header. Yeah, Johnny was losing to Javonzo the last time we saw it. It's just the final victory parade here for Young. 3-3 between Abumaka and Footwiz Mark. What a game that's been.
We've got to see a direct shot. He's moved the keeper for you.
Go on, you have this one. Treat yourself.
Neymar. He's over it. He's laid it off. And
Oh
back in the bottom
God.
right corner. You do what you want.
Well, I wanted to see some flair. I wanted to see some showmanship. And
I
he's
don't
given
even
us
know who
just
scored
that. Was R9, was it? No, it wasn't. Tony Kroos.
Tony Kroos.
It was so quick in a flash. It was difficult to see, but Young has put on a show for us, and I will applaud that.
I was just about to write down the score.
Will you wait a second? Now you can write down the score. Maybe.
8-3.
And goal difference could come into the equation for EmreYilmaz.
Yeah, well, that puts now Emre on -8 goal difference.
Well, the final whistle blows, and what a game that was from Young. And you said, I mean, at one point, it didn't even look like he was playing crazy, but he's just consistent. He's just putting the balls in the right areas. He just seems to know how to score at the moment.
As he walks across that trophy, could he be the one lifting that in a couple of days' time?
Would